All right, everyone, welcome to the first episode of NEWSWATCH360. We're bringing you the most topical news environments on the planet, around 360 degrees all around the globe. Today we have with us coronavirus expert Miles Baker. Miles, please say hello to the audience.
Hello, everybody. It's Miles Baker here. I'm glad to join y'all.
Miles Baker's really smart. He has 2 doctors from Harvard as his sons, and he has 2 doctorates from Cornell. So this is a real brainiac. We have him call brains bigger than both of our brains put together.
We had a lot of people asking us, "What's your statement on the virus?" Well, here it is, baby. We brought in the expert. We brought in the expert virusman here to tell us all about what's been going on. How to stop it, how it started,
and I mean you guys know Miles. He's been all over the TV. He's been all over the milk cartons. At lunchtime, they just plaster his face all over them. And so now for the next 40 minutes, we're just gonna let Miles just talk. We're gonna mute our mics and just let him talk for 40 minutes.
All right, so I've been hearing a lot of questions about what's going on with the virus going on around, and I'm here to set the record straight for everyone to hear about. So first of all, there's been a big theory about how the virus started, and there's actually a lot of places that the virus came from. And we came together to decide what the best course of action would be to think about where it came from. So we've decided that the ultimate idea is to track down where the virus came from first and foremost. And so we've used...
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good idea. That sounds like the idea that I would have if I had if I was a doctor.
Now, people have been saying this is exactly just like what happened in Batman, with Batman in the virus in the movie, and it reflects real life, kind of like in The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you have to say on that? Is it Batman or is it real life?
It's definitely real life in the sense that...
That's a good question. I am curious what you have to say about this, Miles.
Yeah, it's definitely in real life in the sense that it's not Batman's virus, it's the new virus that's come to town that we...
Yeah, but have you seen the post comparing it?
Yeah, I saw that post, and it's been debunked by multiple theorists talking about the Batman virus.
It was all over the ISBM main page.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's website.
Yeah, I just have not seen enough evidence to support the Batman virus theory, so I just cannot agree with that one. It's real life virus.
Well, speaking of movies, they're bringing back Bill and Ted. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fight the music.
Wow.
I heard because they had to recorded the movie with the virus going on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They just filmed it themselves in their phones from their rooms, and then they used digital recreation to put them on the screen for the whole movie together because they were actually in completely seperate.
It's the first
places.
C/G movie.
Mm-hmm.
Computer graded graphics.
They got the folks from VeggieTales together, and they used their expertise of making completely generated computer graphic scenes, just like in real life, and they actually put them both inside of the computer together.
And they put Buzz from Toy Story in there too.
Are they not worried at all about the virus hacking into the computer, transferring the data between them?
Well, which virus are you talking about? Are you talking about computers virus or real life virus?
Yeah, I'm talking about the computers virus infecting all of the data and interfering with the movie data.
Here's a question. How do we know that the coronavirus is either the computer virus or the one that makes you sick?
Well,
how do we know which one it is?
How do we know?
That's a good question.
What do we know?
Yeah,
How do we know that?
I don't know.
Professor
I don't know.
Baker.
You don't know?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're
Oh,
supposed to be like a famous...
I haven't been properly studied in the field of the computer virus yet. That's my next degree. That's my next doctor that I'm working on.
oh.
Okay.
Where you getting that one from?
I'm getting from Harvard's University, the computer section. I'm getting a computer degree for the virus.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually studying for my degree in business communications from Michigan Giant University.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I've heard many great things about Michigan.
Yeah.
Everyone
all the
there-
buildings are really tall.
And everyone is 6 foot tall or higher, and everyone has Minecraft where they put the giant back in Minecraft, and every zombie is big.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. That's just straight from their website.
And
How do you go
actually,
there?
this is something. Minecraft
Yeah, tell us.
for learning tools. They had started putting Minecraft in schools because of the virus. They put Minecraft in schools. Everyone get on Minecraft for lessons now. Instead of hey, go outside for recess, how about you go outside of the classroom in virtual mine world?
Yeah, did you hear they've actually started making a petition for making Minecraft in real life because you can be together at the same places in Minecraft?
In real life?
And if
oh
for
my
the
god.
Oh.
there's a transference principle at play here where if Minecraft was if we could emulate Minecraft for real people, then we could be fine there also because the virus can't spread.
But what about character model skins?
Yeah, what are they doing about the models for the characters in real life?
Well, everyone's heard about clothes. Everyone's heard about surgery. You can make masks out of freaking paper plates, for God's sake. You could be a little more creative than that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
I heard about this one, though. They got concert in Minecraft. How does that work?
Oh, yeah.
There's no music in Minecraft.
Yeah, there's no music in it, so how do you expect to put music in it for a concert? You just look at the screen.
Actually, there's note blocks in Minecraft.
Is that how
what?
it works?
Yeah, that's how they. That's how
You
they
don't
do
know
it.
what a
There's-
note block is?
You don't know what a note. I thought you were a doctor.
I didn't study in Minecraft. Note
Yeah,
blocks.
clearly not.
Yeah.
All the kids these days are studying in Minecraft for their school,
Yeah, we've all switched.
so they all know this.
They've all switched.
I've switched a Nintendo Switch
know what?
off
Hey.
the Minecraft. Hey, I don't
know-
play Minecraft games for the little gamers. I play on my Nintendo Switch Mario Party.
Mario and Minecraft are not even the same thing. First of all, second of
That's
all,
why I'm
do you know what a
playing that,
school supplies
'cause it's
list
not
looks like
Minecraft.
nowadays? Do you know what a school supplies list looks like nowadays? Pens,
No.
pencils? Nope. Gaming mouse, gaming computer, gaming keyboard, gaming.
0 seconds of latency.
That's what it's looking like. They're switching over the virtual worlds.
Well, back
Virtual
when I
like
was
in
younger, they didn't have all this gaming technology available to all of us. So we just had to appreciate the gaming in real life, unlike the Minecraft kids of today.
I'm sorry, I'm not an old man. I'm sorry, I actually know about how the world is.
yeah.
Yeah,
when
okay,
was the
maybe you
last
should
time
open up your eyes and look about traditional gaming learning.
When was the last time you walked outside?
It's true.
Point taken.
Well, I think that the point is
Message observed.
not. I don't think that's the real important point of the cause here. We're talking about Minecraft gaming.
My point is,
are you in
go
real life
outside,
right now?
Go outside during the virus? That's what I'm trying to say here.
So you're just gonna Minecraft
That's true.
outside all you want.
Minecraft is outside.
It is
That's what the whole
outside.
game is.
Not last time I saw it. Back in
Yeah,
the
'cause
old
you-
days, we
yeah, 'cause you haven't
all just
played
game
it.
on the inside, play on the inside, build a brick house, stay inside, light the charcoal, keep me warm.
Then what are you supposed to do? Sit inside all day in Minecraft?
Yeah. Is that going to be a problem?
Here's a bit of a philosophical question here.
Okay.
If you're in a cave in Minecraft, are you inside or outside?
Ooh.
You're inside the cave.
But you're outside the house.
The house, yeah.
But when you can't be inside and outside. They're opposites.
Did you ever hear about Schrodinger's cat?
No. What is that? That doesn't have to do with anything.
It's
we're
about
talking about cats. We're talking about Minecraft.
No, you can be inside
They're called
the house.
ocelots.
You mean the cat and you mean the ocelot?
Yeah, the Schrodinger's ocelot.
Ocelot.
You can be inside the house.
My friend found an ocelot in a dungeon.
They don't even spawn there. How'd you see that?
He found it. He said he found it, not me. So take that up with him.
Okay.
We'll bring him on next episode.
Can I be on there to ask him?
After this, I don't know. After what you've said, I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk about it behind the scenes. We don't want to bring this up on the podcast.
Yeah, we gotta keep the drama behind the scenes here. We gotta get back to what's really
let's cool
on
it back
hand.
down again. Let's get back down to the main topic.
Yeah,
so, there's been a lot of crazy controversies in the news about the way that Poland has been dealing with this coronavirus crisis. What do you have to say as a professional about their response to this virus? What do you think that they've been doing right and doing wrong?
I think that Poland's response to the coronavirus outbreak has been really unprofessional, in the sense that they have not truly addressed the problem, which is the economy of the country is going down and down because they are not buying all the clothes outside. They're buying them inside and sending them in from the internet. And I just don't think that that's really boosting their economy as much as it should be, when they should be buying their clothes on the outside.
Let me just say, I agree with you, but last time I checked, it was fiber optic internet, not fabric optic internet. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you think about
how are they supposed to get the clothes through Wi-Fi?
Through the wires.
Poland.
I don't know how they do that.
What do you think about there's official recommendation from Polish President Markus Glasser, who says that the only effective treatment for the virus is to take orange juice in spray bottle form?
I think that Marcus person is a very uninformed person and not recommending the right treatment for the outbreak. It's actually supposed to be an orange juice shot into the arm that can only really be administered by professional trained doctors around the globe.
The needlers, yeah.
Yeah, the needlers around the world can only insert the juice the right way. Spray bottles just won't work the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. So Poland, listen up. You know, you need to put a stop to this. There needs to be a
If you're listening
reform
to this podcast.
I've actually published a couple papers talking about the orange juice production in Poland.
Oh, really? Where can we find those? You have like a website or something?
Yeah, I have a website at milesdavis.com/bakers philosophy. You can check out all my published papers there.
Awesome. We'll put that in the description.
Yeah, we'll put that. Everyone, you heard that. Put that in the description. Take your your speech to text. Do whatever you want, whatever you need. That'll be on our Facebook page. That'll be we could get a mail out to you if you email us. We'll mail that to you.
And we have stopped sending faxes. We still receive them, but after the overwhelming response from last episode, we need to get rid of those ASAP.
We previously weren't aware of the ethical implications of fax machines. We had no idea all of the child labor involved in sending a single fax message. So we're really sorry about that.
Yeah. Sorry to that, and that's another reason why we had Baker on here. Dr. Baker on was because he's been out there working to get rid of all fax machines in his area. If you want to talk a bit about that, it's like your side gig. Is it? What is it?
Yeah. When I mostly spend my time writing articles and newspapers, and but on my little off time that I get, I like to go around the neighborhoods and knock on people's doors, and when they're not looking, take out their fax machine, because I know how much it hurts all the little people inside that have to work really hard to get those faxes out.
It's very noble of you.
Thank you.
I can definitely imagine it's a bit of like a modern day Zorro from The Legend of Zorro.
Mm-hmm. I'm like a Robin Hood from Disney's Robin Hood, taking care of all the faxes.
Like the core of the Avatar, bending all the fax machines into the garbage can, basically.
Some people might call me the fax bender, in fact.
There you have it.
It's kind of funny because we come to you to get facts, but also you come to facts to throw them away, to take them away.
Take facts away.
I take
kind of
facts,
a bit of like
a
bit of an ironic twist in the Socratic fashion.
Crazy crisis. In this crisis, yeah. So yeah, people have been talking. Oh, where can you get the toilet paper? And then, as you know, doubled up on it. Everyone got their paper, but people have been stopping using Dixie cups to wash their teeth with, and they've been resorting to be using their hands instead, which has actually been continuing the virus because the hands are getting closer to the face instead of the Dixie cups. And I just want to know if you have any recommendations. The Dixie cups are all gone. They're all stocked up. No one has them and has had them for months. So what can people do instead of putting their dirty, filthy hands on their face? Is there any other solution?
Now, that's a very interesting question, because on one hand, we have the problem of using up all the paper in the world to make Dixie cups as fast as possible to wash your mouth with a Dixie cup. But on the other hand, we have the virus spreading around like a wildfire because of the hands to the face problem that you so eloquently explained. But what I think is our best course of action is that we need to find a better alternative to Dixie cups that we can use instead of Dixie cups or hands. And I was thinking,
I've heard this, but I haven't heard any alternatives.
Well,
from
actually,
you or from anyone.
I've been working on a prototype of a little paper. You buy a pack of paper and you bend it in a little cup formation that you can use as the cup.
So you're talking about snow cones, which exist and suck because you can't even place them down on the table.
Yeah, the issue with getting the paper strategy is that all the offices are closed, so you can't even steal paper from them anymore.
That too.
Well, but you can actually make your own paper. They're selling these online. They're selling these paper maker machines. You just put a little log in from a tree you chop down in your cherry tree in your backyard, and you throw that into the old machine, and it processes that into a new paper pack.
You're telling me you're telling me paper comes from the trees now? Is that what you're saying? Are we really still on this?
Yeah. You can read. Okay. I don't want to get into this right now, but you can read more about it in my article on trees turn into paper.
I don't necessarily believe
I still don't
with
say
that,
because paper is like really flat, but the trees are really round, so it doesn't quite. There's a disconnect somewhere there.
Yeah, it depends on the saw. You have a saw and you slice the tree into really thin slices of tree, and it turns into paper.
Because if you cut something out from something that's round, it's still going to be round. You think of it like this. You think of a donut, and they cut out the hole, but the hole is still round because it's part of the big circle that's the donut.
That's true.
I see what you're saying, and I do agree with the donut idea. But it all depends on the type of saw you're using. You can use a regular old donut saw to make your round paper if you want, But
Well, I'm just gonna stop you there. Let me just say, I don't know why you keep bringing up that you wrote an article on it. We've read the articles. We prepped for this podcast. We disagree fundamentally
research,
on the paper thing. Let's just move on.
okay.
We're not gonna get anywhere. We've read the articles.
I'm
read them.
just a reporter on this. I'm a frequent poster on the Material Science Stack Exchange forums. Let's just say, I know my manufacturing business. I've seen how they make paper. It's nothing to do with trees. It's just a whole lot of blood, sweat, tears, and paper substitutes sometimes. But that's usually a pretty rare occurrence.
Can you go into the process of making paper then? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
We're not.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Whatever. Just do it.
We'll go on just like a little aside.
Just do it.
It's not like it's going to convince you, I know, but
Just a little bit there.
So the main ingredient making paper is a little bit of hydrochlorazine. You can find that at any old department store. You can find that in the department's aisle at Wendy's. You can even take a little bit of extract of some French fries mix. Just grab a French fry mix over at Kroger's, over at Publix, and if you just soften it just a little bit, you can just do an extract by baking it out in the sun. So it's not too crazy of a material to get. Then you need a lot. Here's the main ingredient. That's kind of the active ingredient, but the real main ingredient is you need a lot of duck wax. And this is actually how the game Duck Hunt started. Is that they weren't trying to hunt the ducks just for the dog to have fun, but they're trying to. It refers back to the duck wax trade back in the early 1945s, at the start, January to March, and they were just hunting, trying to get a lot of wax for the paper industry. Now, before we needed basically gallons of wax just to make a single ream, but now with modern technology, we've got it down to 4 or 5 ounces per ream. As manufacturing technology has improved with the access of artificial intelligence.
But the reason why I don't want to talk about this is all what you're saying clearly makes sense. But we're all out of the fucking the hydrochlorazine. We're all out of it because of the virus. It's stunted the growth and the production of it. So that's why Dixie's not even being able to be made.
Mm-hmm. You might have noticed French fries have been off the shelves. There's a bit of a shortage.
So this is why it doesn't add up. It's not even worth talking about. Because if we don't have the hydrochlorazine... I think it is
worth talking about because I can provide the alternative to the hydrochlorazine the French fries.
Well,
it's the trees. You can use the trees. You can use the trees to make the reams of paper, and you can just put it into the new technology that they're building every day and make the paper as thin as you want it.
Here's something.
As thin as I want it, really? What if I want it infinity thin?
You can do it.
Go out with nothing but your bare hands and a tree and show me paper out of it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Here's another example. Let's bring it back to earlier. If you have just your tree in your bare hands, you can make some ladders. You can make a crafting table. You want to make paper? You're gonna need some sugar cane. You're gonna need some reeds.
There you go. This is what I've learned. This is what we've learned in the modern age.
It's education. Education is changing.
I will disagree with the fact that Minecraft is teaching education now.
Look, this is why you're not making any sense. Just look it up. Look it up right now. Is paper made from trees? It will say no.
Yeah, in the new Windows, you can just type the Windows key and look it up and hit enter, and it looks it up for you without even going to Google.
Here,
really?
Let me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
It's basically the Windows version for Google.
I'm gonna use that.
Oh. Yeah, no, you're right. I see it now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
glad you come around on this. This is why you're a doctor.
Yeah.
You look at the facts.
Yeah, I
scientists.
I definitely prefer to think about the facts rather than trying to go off of my beliefs of my whole life.
Well, you know what? I'm glad. Even we read the. I was afraid that this would get brought up because we read the papers, we read the studies that you've done, and I'm glad we've reached an end
Consensus,
to that discussion. You know,
I might have to go back and rewrite some of my papers on the topics we've discussed here.
That
well,
makes a lot of sense.
just another shout out to you. What are your socials? What's your website again?
You can find me on my website at milesdavis.com/milesbaker. .html, and my Twitter handle is at milesbaker265, and I have a Facebook page. You can follow me on my page and like my page on as well.
That's right, Baker265 in the building, everybody.
265.
All right, we're going to be back.
The newscast, Newswatch 360,
it was
but, with the 2 and the 5.
Hey, we're going to be right back. We got a short little ad read. Thank you guys so much for listening so far. Thank you so much to McDonald's Cookies for sponsoring this podcast. All right.
Hey, welcome back.
back.
Thanks so much for McDonald's for that great ad read, for that great ad that we could read. So now we're getting back. So this is something that a lot of moms on Facebook have been asking. There's all kinds of crazy information that Mark Zuckerberg's been posting to Facebook recently, and you never know whether he's right or whether he's wrong. It's hard to determine, is this really the coronavirus cure? Is this really just something random? The other day, there was an article that said the cure to coronavirus is to eat glass, and I tried that out, and let's just say it didn't end well, and I realized that it was just Mark just goofing me again. So how can we decide for ourselves what works, what doesn't, what's the facts, and what's the fiction?
I can tell you right now, 100%, do not trust anything that Mark Zuckerberg posts on his Facebook page. He's always trying to catch you in the next goof, and it's just never gonna let you give you those straight facts, okay? So what you need to do is you need to go to my Facebook page, and I retweet all the correct facts onto my page, and you can check there for lots of little resources and glossaries that you can check your info on to learn more about the correct solutions and the cures and the coronavirus cure.
So what are some of the cures which seem to be working then? Can you share those for our viewers who don't care about Facebook?
Yeah, so here's one of the most easy little fixes that I can think of. There's actually a little pill that you can make yourself at home. All it takes is a little bit of salt and a little bit of vinegar, and you just put that in a little capsule. And it doesn't have to be exact. It's not rocket science. But if you pop that little pill in, and you can get rid of your coronavirus for like about 30 minutes. It's definitely not the best solution, but it is good for a little bit of a relief.
Doesn't it taste really bad though, because it's just straight salt and vinegar?
It does taste very, very bad. I highly recommend holding your nose when you take it so you don't smell it as it's going in your mouth, and don't think about it.
But if you eat it with plain original Pringles, then it's just the salt and vinegar Pringles flavor.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's another solution, is that you can just eat it with the salt and vinegar Pringles.
Look at that. Looks like I'm a scientist myself.
Makes the chips a little wet if you do that? Is that the case?
Well, if you eat it with the chip, you don't actually have to use anything to any water to drink the pill down with. You can actually just eat the chip with the pill.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another question I have. Speaking of wet, here's a bit of a science question. Why are my clothes so wet? They've been wet all week, and I keep on drying them, and then every time I go in my closet, it's soaked again.
Oh, that's actually a pretty common problem that we've had. There's actually a little goblin in your closet just pouring water on all of your clothes. So you might want to hire an exterminator.
Oh, really?
Or a bug expert, little goblin
He must
killer.
be really little.
A friend of mine that actually happened to a friend of mine. the wet clothes thing,
Mhm.
and I'll let them know that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I had that problem as well, and I had to talk to one of my goblin expert friends to learn a little bit more about that. So I'm glad I could help out and get the information out.
I don't have any GEs in my area, so that's a privilege right there.
Mm-hmm.
For
I
sure.
know at Harvard's universities, they have a whole branch dedicated for studying goblins and goblin activities.
Really, still?
So I
thought they got
yeah,
disbanded.
no, there was
due to
a
the
bit of
sex
a
scandal.
there was a bit of a sex scandal that happened, and they had to close down shop for
Yeah, weren't they
a couple
fucking
years.
the goblins?
They were, but they've hired completely new cast of characters, and so far, as we know, there has been no more goblin fucking. But
That's good. That's good.
hopefully that doesn't
Hey,
happen again.
They make
Yeah.
make
Those
your
poor
clothes wet.
goblins.
You don't got to do it back to them though. That
Yeah, that's
goblin
what
rights.
I was trying to say.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
People these days.
I'm sorry to hear that happened.
Me too.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, that's just wow. That's crazy.
What more can you say?
Yeah, absolutely. So glad that that's done.
Well, I'm unrelated. I'm eating a McDonald's cookie right now, and this thing is so good.
Oh yeah, I have. I already ate like 10 of them on this call.
I was actually considering going out to get myself a McDonald's cookie.
This is
after
unreal.
this.
By the way,
You should
my
do
real
it.
thoughts.
Only $1 a piece.
This is real thoughts. This is not this is what I really think, and I really like them.
I was thinking that too, in my head.
I was
So-
thinking it, and I'm saying
so-
it right now. I love McDonald's cookies.
So apparently now you can get the virus from VR. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a mutation
you don't have
in the
a
virus.
You don't have a paper on this one yet. This is pretty new.
This is very, very recent. Apparently, as far as we know, there's a little mutation in the virus that allows it to transfer itself from your eye to the VR goggles. And so if you share your goggles with anybody, it's a possibility that they can transfer from the goggles back into your eyes.
Yes, but this is happening to people who don't even share their goggles. They still get the virus.
That's another thing we're looking into. We're not sure. Maybe it could be, propagating through the wires of the internet into your VR headset that you wear, and it just we are still looking into it. This is all speculation, but I will be publishing a paper soon about it.
Can't wait
Okay.
to read that one.
Me too.
I do really appreciate all the work you've been doing. You've been doing weekly updates, sometimes twice updates, sometimes 2 updates in one day.
Yeah, you've been just streaming constantly on YouTube, giving little updates, no matter when the time, no matter anything.
That
You had
reminds me, you can subscribe onto my YouTube channel, /MilesBaker265 .html. You can subscribe to my YouTube link there
Gotcha.
and find out more weekly updates.
Feel free to do that, everybody listening. This guy's just great. We love him.
So smart. You can already tell, of course.
Hopefully on
I'm
more
streaming-
podcasts we'll have more people on that can
Yeah, we're gonna get lots of people on.
I could recommend a few smarties. Some of my friends have been really looking to talk on a podcast talking about their research studies. I could recommend a few of them.
Who do you got? Who do you
Yeah.
got?
Well, I don't want to
just
say
looking-
their. I don't want to say their
We're just
name.
looking for anyone who has lots of stuff. Remember, this is News Channel 3. This is Newscast 3.
Newscast.
Newswatch 360.
Yeah, I don't
Newswatch
want to say their names on air just in case they aren't okay with being projected, but I can definitely tell you after the show is over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We got a lot of connections ourselves. We're looking for future episodes. Lots of really notable. Let's just say I have a little friend who might be coming on. I won't tell you what his name is, but let's just say it rhymes with Kim Jerry.
Let's just say maybe we might have gotten someone who worked on SpongeBob. I'm not gonna say that we did, but maybe we might have gotten somebody who worked on SpongeBob.
Can't wait to hear that one. I just want to say I'm a huge fan, huge listener of the podcast that y'all are putting out.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks so much.
I love listening to the podcast.
Oh yeah, we love podcasts.
News.
We love podcasts. We love news.
I love news.
Why? And
love listening.
that's exactly what we don't talk about this. We don't like talking about this, but that's exactly why we made it. Me and my friend here, we worked so hard on what did we like. We had sat down one day. What do we like? News, podcasts. What do we make? News podcast. That's what we make. We love the news. We love the news.
We were originally going to call it just, our names because like they have, there was the Bill and Ted. They just called their movie after themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we decided to go against that because, Reggie, he's got a pretty normal name, but the listeners might know my name is actually Lifter. Just it's a bit strange. So the Reggie and Lifters Newswatch it didn't go over well with the producers.
It doesn't really ring off the tongue very well.
Yeah.
I tried it. I in the shower, I would do different intros. Reggie's podcast. It doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
Yeah. It's got to be both or nothing.
Yeah. And that's why
the name Lifter just wasn't made for the main stage.
360 encompasses many different things for us, means a lot of different things to us. That's why we chose the numbers. There's 3 people on the podcast at a time and 6 episodes a week. 0 fucks given podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. And the 360 is also a bit of a nod to it's a double entendre about the fact that there's 360 degrees around the globe.
I was going to ask if that was like a circle reference with the degrees.
There's also, if you're looking up at the sky around the universe, there's 360 degrees in all directions.
Oh.
So it's kind of like the double, the 360 meaning along with the 3 people, 6 episodes a week and 0 fucks given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's about it, I think.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
We're gonna lift off. Sorry, Lifter, I had to there.
This has been Lifter Stanley with Newswatch 360
and Reggie Black
and Miles.
Thanks everybody thanks for having me on, Miles Baker.
Thanks everyone. All right, let's do the outro, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Newswatch 360.
Newswatch 360.
See you guys on the next one.